Hey, Moitza here. I wanted to talk to you about emotions and especially how to deal with challenging emotions today, because so many people struggle with that, myself included, many times. And I have learned a lot about it over the years. So, emotions are a natural part of life, of course. As long as we're human, we will have emotions. What we often don't know is how they work, what causes them, and how we can deal with them to actually let them be and move on in their natural time, instead of fueling them or making it worse. Okay, so that's interesting to you. I have two very to the point perspectives that might help. So first is thoughts are inextricably linked with emotions, right? So emotion, it's almost like emotion exists simultaneously in your body as an experience, as a visceral sensation and experience, and in your mind as a thought process. So if you're feeling, something that is uncomfortable or painful or just really challenging, whatever that might be. I'm not even going to go in naming what it could be because it's going to be different for everyone, right? Watching. So if you're feeling a challenging emotion, just notice your inner talk or your self-talk, inner dialogue, right? What's going through your mind? We're often not even aware, but there's always a relevant, or not relevant, but corresponding thought process to the emotion. So let's say you have had a bad day at work or an argument with a colleague or a boss or a partner, whatever, or something has gotten to you and you're thinking about it, you're mulling it over, you're going through what went wrong, what is difficult about it, that you can't, you don't want to stay around there in that situation no longer, you don't know, So it's all those thoughts of, also perhaps why me, or why is this happening? All those kind of unconstructive thoughts, right? Focusing on what is not there, focusing on what is wrong, so to say, that will cause disempowering emotion. It could cause anger as well. You'd be like, how could they do this to me? Like feeling quite angry, right? So there's really many different emotions, but they all have a corresponding thought process. So next time, or maybe even think about a time when you did feel that way recently, what was going through your mind. But I find it really powerful to do it in the moment. And then there's a further connection, right? So your thoughts directly impact your feelings or your emotions, and then your emotions are directly influencing what you're capable of doing. So what you think influences what you feel influences what you are capable, or what you feel capable of doing, what you actually do. So the emotions impact our behavior, of course, right? If ever you felt, I don't know, demotivated, or let's say motivated and really fired up and joyful, you're probably bursting with energy, you felt you could move mountains, right? And you probably did. And conversely, if you were challenged by an emotion, if you felt sad, or if you felt discouraged, right, demotivated, let's say, hurt, usually your energy was kind of withdrawn and kind of low, and you just, it's embedded in the demotivated, right? You did not feel like doing. We even say it, right? I don't feel like doing something. So it's really important to understand this connection and where to intervene to change the emotion so that you can then change your behavior and, of course, your results. So the connection between thoughts and emotions is one thing I wanted to share. The second one is that emotions are transient. And that's actually connected to the connection between thoughts and emotion, because the emotions are transient. They have a beginning, middle, and an end, and they play themselves out as energy in our bodies by themselves within 60 to 90 seconds if we don't interfere and kind of get involved in them. And the involvement is with the thoughts. So if we don't fuel our emotions with further thoughts and basically perpetuating them, keeping them in place, the emotions will just, they'll run their course and they will dissipate naturally within 1 to 1.5 minutes. I mean, how powerful is that to know? And why more people don't do that is because it feels uncomfortable and we fear, or we move, like naturally we're wired to move away from discomfort or pain and towards pleasure. So of course, something feels unpleasant. If we don't know, okay, this is only temporary, we will just pull away and do whatever. Maybe we'll try to distract ourselves, or we're just gonna, numb ourselves and not try to think about it or whatever, but we will not resolve it and we will not get into a better emotional state. We might even stay in that emotional state. I mean, and often we do, dragging us down for much longer than it needs to. So if you want to process your emotions in a healthy way, first notice your thoughts and see, can you shift the focus onto something more constructive, more positive? And also because we don't want to just, just negate the emotion, just turn the thought into a positive and think it's, so sometimes we need to literally be with the emotion. That's a healthy way to let it, to let it release. Releasing it really is, the most important is to not resist it. So, and like I said, it only takes about 1.5 minutes, but there is the right or a wrong way to be with them. So it's important that we know what we're doing, how we do it. You can just go ahead and try it, but I also have, several points and a method actually for releasing unwanted emotions that I plan to teach in the future. So if that would be interesting, let me know. But to wrap this up, being with emotions and not resisting them, you can clear them up, you can clean the slate, bring yourself to a lovely place of emotional neutrality from where you can then build upon and create those lovely emotions with, I offer so many different tools to my clients, one of them, really big one, being anchoring, that we have from NLP, or neuro-linguistic programming, which is setting up a specific trigger for yourself so it's programming a certain set of emotions or one emotion, and you being able to trigger it with, whenever you need to. So I hope this was useful. I'll wrap it here and let me know if you have any questions, or if you would be interested in learning the method for being with and releasing your emotions, rather than resisting them. Let me know and I'll make more videos on it, and or run a workshop or something of the sort. Thanks for watching today. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day.